Let's get straight to it. Number 10, the ads that know too much. You're sitting at a coffee shop, chatting with a friend about something random. Maybe it's a trip to Iceland you've been dreaming about, or some obscure kitchen gadget you saw on TikTok. Within minutes, you pull out your phone and boom, an ad for that exact thing pops up on your Instagram feed. You freeze. You look at your friend. Did you hear that? You ask. I just talked about it, and now it's here. Your friend nods knowingly. Yeah, they're always listening. You both accept it like it's normal. But here's the truth that'll mess with your head. Your phone is not listening to you through the microphone. I know, it feels like it is. But the CEO of Instagram has publicly denied this multiple times. He literally had to convince his own wife that the app wasn't spying on her conversations. So if they're not listening, how do they know? The answer is actually more terrifying. They don't need to listen because they're scarily good at predicting what you want. Tech companies track your browsing history, your location, your app usage, your past purchases, and even what your friends are searching for. They build a profile so detailed that they can guess your interests before you even search for them. It's predictive modeling on steroids. They know you so well that it feels like mind reading. And that, my friend, is way creepier than eavesdropping. The fix is simple. Go into your phone settings and turn off microphone access for apps that don't need it, which is most of them. On iPhone, go to Settings, Privacy and Security Microphone. On Android, go to Settings, Privacy Permission Manager Microphone. Turn off everything except your actual calling apps. Your phone doesn't need to hear you to serve you ads. It just does because you let it. And let's be real, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Stop being the product. Number 9. The microphone access you never approved. You've done the right thing. You've gone through your settings, checked your microphone permissions, and everything is off. You feel safe, secure, like you've locked the digital front door. But then you download a new app. Maybe it's a fun game, a flashlight app, or some random utility you need once. You open it up and a pop-up appears. This app needs access to your microphone. You're in a hurry. You just want to play the game, so you click Allow without thinking twice. Congratulations. That app now has access to your microphone whenever it's open. And here's where it gets even sketchier. On modern phones, apps can't secretly use your microphone in the background without showing a persistent notification. The operating system prevents that. But they can use it while the app is open, and some apps stay open in the background longer than you think. On older versions of Android, there were a few documented security flaws that allowed certain apps to bypass permission prompts. Those have since been patched, but the lesson remains. Always think twice before granting access. The fix is to audit your permissions regularly. Don't just set it and forget it. Check it once a month. On iPhone, go to Settings, Privacy and Security Microphone and see which apps have access. If you don't remember allowing it, revoke it. On Android, go to Settings, Apps, Permission Manager Microphone. Anything you don't use daily, turn off. You'd be surprised how many apps are just sitting there, listening to your life. They're like that nosy neighbor who always seems to know your business. Stop feeding them. Number 8. Location tracking even when you're not moving. You've done everything right. You've turned off location services. You've denied permission to every app that asked. You feel like a ghost, invisible, untraceable. But here's the kicker. Your phone is still tracking your location, and it's doing it right under your nose. Your phone has something called Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning, and it's silently tracking your position even when GPS is switched off. How does it work? Simple. Your phone is constantly scanning for nearby Wi-Fi networks and Bluetooth devices, even when you're not connected to any of them. Those signals, the unique identifiers of routers and devices around you, act like digital fingerprints of your location. Your phone uses them to triangulate your position. It's not as accurate as GPS, sure, but it's accurate enough to know which stores you're walking past, which coffee shops you frequent, which neighborhoods you hang out in, and even which floor of the mall you're on. And here's the part that'll really get you. A recent study found that the vast majority of apps, over 80%, collect some form of location data, often using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning as a backup when GPS is off. They're not just using GPS, they're using your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to figure out exactly where you are, and they're sharing that data with advertisers. The fix is to turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning. On iPhone, go to Settings, Privacy and Security, Location Services, System Services, and turn off Wi-Fi networking and Bluetooth scanning. On Android, go to Settings, Location, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning, and turn both off. You don't need your phone to be a tracking device. You just need to understand where to flip the switch. Next time you walk past a store and get a notification for a sale, remember, that's not a coincidence. That's your phone selling you out for a coupon. Number 7. The clipboard you didn't know was public. You copy a password. You copy your home address. You copy a private message from your partner. You think you're being careful. You're not sending it anywhere. You're just moving it from one app to another. But here's the thing you didn't realize. Every time you copy something, it goes to your phone's clipboard, and that clipboard is not private. A lot of apps can read your clipboard without asking for permission. They can see everything you've copied, passwords, credit card numbers, personal messages, bank details, everything. And they can send that data to their servers. In 2020, TikTok was caught doing exactly this. They were reading clipboard data in the background, including passwords and credit card numbers. Amazon and Uber were also accused of the same behavior. TikTok claimed it was an anti-spam measure and later stopped the practice, but they only stopped because they got caught. The fix is simple and it costs nothing. Clear your clipboard regularly. On iPhone, if you have iOS 16 or later, your phone will show a pop-up every time an app reads your clipboard. Don't ignore that pop-up. Revoke that permission immediately. On Android, you can download a clipboard manager that automatically clears your clipboard after a set time. Or just copy something random, a word, a number, anything, after you copy sensitive info. It overwrites the clipboard and renders it useless to any app trying to read it. It's a tiny habit that can save you from a massive data leak. Your clipboard is not a vault. It's a post-it note stuck to your phone for the whole world to see. Keep it clean, or someone else will read it. Number 6. The battery drain that tells you something's wrong. You notice your phone battery has been draining faster than usual. You think it's just an old battery, or maybe you've been using your phone too much. You make a mental note to get a new battery soon and move on. But sometimes a sudden battery drain isn't the battery at all. It's a warning sign that something is running in the background, something that shouldn't be there. Apps that constantly use your microphone, your camera, or your location are power hungry. They drain your battery because they're always active, always tracking, always sending data. If you see a sudden drop in battery life, don't ignore it. It's your phone trying to tell you something. On iPhone, go to Settings Battery and look at the list of apps. You'll see a breakdown of which apps are using the most power. Any app that's using more than it should, especially one you barely use, is probably doing something you didn't approve. On Android, go to Settings Battery Usage and look for unusual activity. If you see an app that you only open once a month running in the background for hours at a time, kill it or uninstall it immediately. Your battery isn't just a power source. It's a diagnostic tool. It's like a check engine light for your phone. If it's acting weird, something's off. And it's probably not the battery. It's the apps you trusted. Number 5, the camera permissions that don't make sense. You download a flashlight app. You're in a dark room. You just need some light. And the app asks for camera permission. You think, well, it's a flashlight app. Maybe it needs the camera to activate the flash. So you click allow. But here's the thing. A flashlight app doesn't need camera permission. The flash is just an LED light that can be toggled on and off with standard API calls. The app is asking for camera access because it wants to use your camera for something else. Something you didn't consent to. Why does a game need your camera? It doesn't. Why does a random utility app need it? It doesn't. Yet countless apps request camera access when they have absolutely no business using it. On modern phones, apps can't secretly use your camera in the background. The operating system prevents that. There have been rare security flaws discovered on Android that could allow background camera access, but they were quickly patched. The real risk is simply you granting permission without thinking. The fix is to turn off camera access for any app that doesn't absolutely need it. On iPhone, go to Settings, Privacy and Security Camera, and turn off anything that's not a messaging app or an actual camera app. On Android, go to Settings, Apps, Permission Manager Camera, and do the same. Be ruthless. If an app can function without camera access, deny it. Your camera is a window into your life. Don't leave the window open for strangers to peek through. It's not paranoia. It's basic digital hygiene. Number 4. The ad tracking you didn't know existed. You've seen it happen 1,000 times. You search for something on your phone, a new pair of running shoes, a flight to Miami, a specific brand of coffee, and suddenly, you're seeing ads for those exact things on your laptop. You think, how did they know? Is my phone talking to my computer? It's not hacking. It's ad tracking, and it's been going on for years. Every phone has a unique identifier called an IDFA on iPhone or AID on Android. This identifier is assigned to your device and used by advertisers to track your activity across different apps and even across different devices. They can see what you search for, what you click on, how long you look at certain products, and where you go. They build a detailed profile of you and sell it to the highest bidder, and you never even knew it existed. The fix is to turn off this tracking. On iPhone, go to Settings, Privacy and Security, Tracking, and turn off. Allow apps to request to track. This won't stop ads entirely, but it will stop advertisers from tracking you across apps and devices. On Android, go to Settings, Privacy, Ads, and enable Opt-out of Ads Personalization. This resets your ad ID and prevents advertisers from building a profile on you. They'll still show ads, but they'll be generic, not targeted. It's less creepy, and it's a small win for your privacy. You'll still see ads for things you don't want, but at least they won't know it's you. Number 3, the keyboard that knows your secrets. Think about everything you type on your phone. Passwords, credit card numbers, home addresses, private messages, medical symptoms, embarrassing search queries. Now think about this. Your keyboard app is recording every single one of those keystrokes. Every tap, every swipe, every letter you type, it's all being logged. If you're using a third-party keyboard like Gboard from Google, or SwiftKey from Microsoft, that data is being sent to their servers. They claim they use it to improve predictive text and autocorrect, not to spy on you. But here's what you need to understand. Both Gboard and SwiftKey log every interaction with timestamps. Gboard offers an opt-out from some data collection. You can turn off personalized suggestions and stop them from sending your keystrokes to the cloud. SwiftKey doesn't even give you that option. The fix is simple. Don't use third-party keyboards for sensitive tasks, or disable their internet access entirely. On iPhone, you can limit keyboard access in Settings, Privacy, and Security keyboard. On Android, you can switch back to the default keyboard or turn off personalized suggestions in the keyboard settings. If you want to be extra secure, type sensitive information using the default keyboard and turn off predictive text while you're doing it. Your keyboard shouldn't be a spy, but it is if you let it be. Every time you type a password, think about who else might be reading it. It's a sobering thought, but it's a necessary one. Number 2, the Bluetooth beacon tracking. You're walking through a shopping mall. You're not logged into any store app. You're not scanning any QR codes. You're just browsing. But somehow, a few minutes later, you get a notification on your phone. Save 20% at the store you just walked past. You think it's a coincidence? It's not. Bluetooth isn't just for connecting your wireless headphones. It's also a tracking tool. Retail stores, shopping malls, and even airports use Bluetooth beacons to track your movement. When you walk into a store, your phone's Bluetooth pings nearby beacons, small, cheap devices that broadcast a signal. The store can tell exactly where you are in the store, how long you spend in each aisle, what products you look at, and even where you stop and browse. This data is collected, analyzed, and often shared with advertisers to send you hyper-targeted promotions. They know you better than you know yourself. The fix is to turn off Bluetooth when you're not using it. On iPhone, go to Settings, Bluetooth, and toggle it off. On Android, same thing. But here's a better trick. On Android, you can turn off Bluetooth scanning in Settings, Location, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth scanning. This disables the Bluetooth tracking without turning off your headphones. Small tweaks, big difference. Next time you walk into a store and get a notification for a sale, know that it's not helpful, it's invasive, and you can stop it. Number 1, the ultimate privacy reset. You've read all these tips, you've made some changes, but you still feel like you're being watched. There's still that nagging feeling that your phone knows too much about you. If you're really serious about taking back your privacy, there's one option that trumps everything else, the nuclear option. A factory reset. Wipe your phone clean and start fresh. This will delete every app that has accumulated permissions over time, clear out years of tracking data, and give you a completely blank slate. Then, as you reinstall apps, be incredibly selective about permissions. Only grant access when you absolutely need it, not because you're in a hurry, not because you want to skip a pop-up, but because the app literally cannot function without it. Use a privacy-focused browser like Brave or Firefox Focus, which block trackers by default. Use a VPN to mask your IP address and prevent your ISP from selling your browsing history. Use DuckDuckGo instead of Google. It doesn't track your searches. And most importantly, read the app permissions before you click Allow. This won't stop all tracking, but it will drastically reduce it. It's a hassle, it's time-consuming, and it's a pain in the neck. But it's worth it. Your phone is a tool, not a surveillance device. Treat it like one. Give yourself a fresh start. Your data will thank you. That's it for this video. More on the way. Subscribe to catch them.